All right, to change y equals 6x squared plus 24x minus 12, which is called general form, to standard form, which is y equals ax minus p squared plus q, we're going to do the process called completing the square, and it's basically just a 4-step process. So first step is no matter what, you always factor the leading coefficient, which in this case is 6, out of the first two terms. So I'm going to pull it out of the 6x squared and the 24x, but not out of the constant, the 12. And even if it doesn't go in nicely, you still have to factor out whatever the leading coefficient is. So I am going to get y equals 6 bracket, and this is just like pulling out a GCF. So just out of these first two terms, I'm dividing out 6. So this is going to be x squared plus 24 divided by 6 is 4x. Leave yourself quite a bit of space and then close the bracket. And then the minus 12 goes way outside here. So that's the step 1. Step 2 is where we actually do what's called completing the square. And to complete the square, we take the middle term and divide it by 2. So I usually just take the 4 and go, okay, 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then whatever we get, we square it, and we're going to add it and subtract it inside the brackets. So I'm going to go plus 4 minus 4 inside the brackets. So when I go plus 4 minus 4, 4 minus 4 is 0. So we're actually not adding anything. But what happens is the x squared plus 4x plus 4 is a perfect square trinomial. So those three terms will always make a perfect square trinomial, and it's this minus 4 is kind of an oddball. Whatever the negative one is always not part of the perfect square trinomial, so we got to get it out of the brackets. To get it out of the brackets, multiply it by the coefficient in front, and it'll come out. So this is going to become y equals 6 x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 6 times 4 is 24 minus 12. So this 24 is the 6 times 4. So now we got these like terms at the end, which will collect, but inside the brackets is this perfect square trinomial, which we can do the AM method and go, okay, what are two numbers that add to 4 and multiply to 4? Well, it's 2 times 2, and it'll always be half of this middle term that we're adding to. So it's always half, and that means this always factors as 6 x plus 2 times x plus 2, which is just x plus 2 squared, and then negative 24 minus 12 is minus 36. And now we have it written in standard form. From standard form, now we can get whatever information we need. So I know the vertex is at negative 2, negative 36. I know it's opening up because 6 is a positive number, and we could sketch this if we needed to. Also, just always remember, it's always easy to factor, and the way this works is that this number is always half of that middle term.